Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are live.
Hey.
Hey, oh sorry.
Hey,
Kom niet in mijn auto.
Nee.
hey,
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna make coffee and
Maybe from the side it seems like we're 20 centimeter apart,
But from this side,
but he's way there.
that's why his head is so small.
Yeah. So it's about 2 meters even.
Five maybe.
Mark.
3. Oh wait. What?
Coffee is coming. Cheers.
Having coffee.
What is
I'm having an Americano today, actually.
Oh yeah.
Hele slappe koffie.
I had one the other day when somebody else made me coffee.
Why is there a tampon hanging out of your coffee?
Yeah.
My coffee spirit.
Oh nice. I have a delay already in frame.
Well, that's okay. You can also exit and then
I
enter
thought in
again.
your mind, in your head. Oh yeah.
So as this is a Q&A, people can also ask questions
Or answer even.
or answer questions even.
Waving on the screen.
Waving on the screen. I'm on this side of the screen.
Oh yeah, hi.
I'm coming into the frame once my coffee's done.
When's your coffee done?
Yeah, I'm still making.
If you guys have any questions, we're now with the three of us today. I got invited
Again.
again.
So we do have a topic, and we think it's very interesting. We discussed habits the other day, but now we want to talk more about changes. Change, what's causing change, how can you handle change, what does it do, are you easy to adapt? We've written down a little scheme in the back. I think you can also see it on the phone. Esther, goedemorgen. So if you would already like to know something regarding to the subject or something else,
Babies.
then shoot. Otherwise,
Good morning. Am I in frame? Yes, I am.
Yes.
we're just gonna have some coffee for now, and
Oh, so nice.
gonna have coffee for now.
Yes.
Isn't coffee with the coaches actually just us having coffee and you can have a coffee with us?
Yes. So, have a coffee. It's on the house.
It's on the house. It's in your house.
On the house. Are you guys gonna train today?
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
Something mellow and easy.
As always.
Like always.
Because we don't like change. We do. No, kidding.
Well, it's actually in training. It's still a pitfall that you always go back to the things you know and like the most.
Yes.
So that's why you should also let other people program for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna program Grace for you today, folks.
So Linda, what do we think of BCAAs?
Volk.
No.
No. Come on.
I would like to know why you want to use it. Do you use it because maybe you're tired and you need that little bit of energy? Or do you use it before workout to really go all out and get like a PR on Fran or whatever? Or do you use it after your workout, maybe to feel better sooner, that it helps you with recovery?
Well, can you explain what BCAs do for people? What it is? I know we can, but
No, yeah. I find it more interesting what Mark says. Why do you want to use this? And because with the use of those supplements, that maybe they will give you the 1% more advantage over something which would naturally occur. We just talked about
well,
you're
but
not taking
it's also
protein
about the potential, right?
Yeah. How to unlock is maybe your BCAAs can help. Maybe it's not even a physical reaction, but like a mental
Placebo.
thing that you use something to perform better. if it helps, well, not add anything, but
I use them when I have like a Grace workout or Fran workout. It's like a 3-minute sprint. I completely toast. Afterwards, I have to recover for half an hour to an hour. Like, horrible. And if I have to teach or whatever, I take BCA, so my recovery is faster, and I can function, so I can actually work, which I'm getting paid to do. So basically, being my money's worth. So, yeah. So I use it for that, for those intense workouts, and then, yeah, speed up my recovery
Speed
rate.
of recovery.
but then you take a pre-workout or just
Just post,
post.
only post.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
That's my. That's how I use it.
So
Yeah.
not so much for performance enhancement, but enhanced recovery.
But that's exactly
Yeah.
our mindset. We don't believe in all the pre-workout stuff so much. Okay, just do your work, do your hard work, and focus more on recovery than the other way around. And yeah, same you, Linda. Use it after heavy workouts, so it can be a good recovery tool. Why not?
Yeah, but I wouldn't use it after a 1 mile run, for example.
No.
I would use it after really intense, when you deplete the phosphate battery, you have a lot of heavy lifts, high volume, sprint work.
When the system is really empty
Yes,
after your workout.
that's when I would use it. And if it's a mental workout, then yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And I must say, sometimes when you're really tired and you know you should train because it will make you better afterwards, it might some days help to have a little pre-workout. Why not?
True.
Instead of, again, coffee.
Again,
Again.
I stopped counting already today.
Maybe you should keep track.
You made
one
me
month.
3, I think.
Yeah.
I had 1 espresso here.
Yeah.
I had 2 coffees from home in my car.
Yeah.
This is 3 espressos.
I made you 2. So that's about 3 coffees.
Okay.
3 liters? Alright, did we get any
So guys,
questions?
regarding to change,
Yeah.
how well do you think you can handle change?
I think I'm pretty flexible on certain levels. Maybe not on all levels, but he's smiling already. This is the most flexible person we have in our team.
I know. I change my lunch every
10 years.
couple of years.
I haven't seen you lunch. Well, that's not true, but I think for the past 3-4 years, this has been your lunch.
It's my favorite lunch.
Yes.
Is that the one with the mozzarella?
Yes, of course. Is that,
Tuna.
is that a question?
Is that the one? Yeah.
Mozzarella, tuna, tomatoes,
Yeah, yeah.
pepper, salt,
Yeah,
olive
yeah.
oil. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
No, I think I also with this corona, a lot of people have issues with everything changing and being locked in their house and not being able to do what they normally do.
Yep.
I think I had 0 issues with the whole change. Apart from, of course, the effect on the business and whatever, but for me personally, mentally, I was pretty okay. I was relaxed. Not anymore because I'm working. No, just kidding. But no, I was okay. How are you?
So yeah.
How is your?
Mustache? Oh,
Yeah, of course. It never changed.
never changed.
Neither does
No,
my
no,
hair or my
I
beard.
was
so-
wondering how. So you noticed not a lot of issues.
No.
How did it affect you not seeing other people or your sister or not seeing as much friends as you might used to? How was that then? Or did that change a lot or did that not change a whole bunch? Or seeing families?
Well, I also I spend a lot of time in my head, so I think that's my advantage.
Usually already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whenever I am at home, I can, I don't know, just get lost in my thoughts. So even when I'm alone, I'm not alone. No, but it's so I'm fine being on my own because I can go somewhere even when I don't go somewhere. And a lot of people are either afraid of like getting into their head or just don't. So they need other people to stay occupied, to like keep themselves interested throughout the day. Well, a lot of
Yeah, but that's
yeah. So it's, yeah, I think that's also a personality thing.
I read something that, and it was mostly about millennials. Okay,
I like those
I
terms,
have
the
a
millennials
disclaimer.
and the boomers and
I like to read negative stuff about millennials. It gets me off. But I read that a lot of them, a lot of them are lonely
yeah.
now with this lockdown. And there was a philosopher who wrote the piece, the article about it, and she said,
It was a woman.
It was a woman. Yeah.
Oh, then I don't believe it.
She said,
Sorry.
if all these people now feeling lonely, now that they don't have the opportunity to go out, to go to a party, to go to the restaurant, all of this stuff, she goes, those people were actually already lonely before the lockdown,
Yes.
but now the distraction is not there. They
Voila.
used all of those things outside themselves. You said, I don't really need to go anywhere.
No.
They not having the opportunity going somewhere, it's actually the distraction which now falls away, which makes them realize that they have been lonely already all along. And I think this is the issue. This is important.
Yeah.
Or being able to handle this change, that inside nothing has changed actually.
Yeah.
It looks like something has changed because you don't see us anymore at your house, you don't have a party anymore. But in fact, not a lot has changed
Fake
for you.
sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Fake sneeze.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think that's true. What I also, I think it goes two ways. Either people are afraid to stay at home because they're alone and they have to cope with who they are or what they've been doing for the past years and they don't want to, so they go out. Or people actually are not doing things to fix their house and then they're confronted with it also, and then it's like, oh, I don't want to do these and these, so I just stay out of the house because I don't like my house. We also have people in the project now who are fixing their house step by step,
Yeah.
and once their personal space gets better, they also have kind of clean up their mind because they also, well, you process stuff as you clean your shit.
Yeah. You've
Obviously.
been watching Marie Kondo. clean your.
We know, Sylvia, it's the lockdown is sort of a good way for some people to hide back under their rock a little. So yeah, it has its good sides and its other sides for some, but in the end, it's the way you cope with it. Question from Riguanio. How do we know what to change if you don't get the results anymore you would like, or what you need to change? Well, that depends. If you're training, you have a good coach, you should always be improving, but there can always be a time period that you're on some sort of a plateau. If you have a good person who can guide you, like us, we can talk about what you need to change. If you're more on your own, then, well, basically it's about trial and error. See if you can change one thing, if you can get better results. If not, do something else. But don't change a whole bunch of things at the same time, because then you don't know what caused the hopefully positive change. You guys have anything to add to that?
The thing is, I mean, we always need people who give advice, and we always need people who coach us or give the better example. And whenever you're not clear, I mean, we live in the age of information. So if you're not asking us, or you can always find something online, but check the sources.
Yeah.
But you don't have to invent everything on your own. There's a lot of material, and just if you do some research, there's always people who know more than you. Always. And then if you
There
check
are also a lot of people who pretend to know more than you.
yeah, so you don't want
A lot.
to go look. You don't want to be on Instagram or like the influencers. You want to actually look at people who are
Exactly.
educated, maybe wrote some books or papers, and then double check their credibility, and then just see what
But
they
it's
do.
a good thing, because it's really hard to find the right information nowadays, because there's so much information and everybody claims that their way is the right way or they know everything, but Yeah, but it's like a small percentage of good people who can actually help you with proper information.
Yeah, I think so. But it's also, if you don't know a person, it's hard to judge if they actually know what they're talking about. So if you're talking to somebody and they want to give you advice, first figure out who the person is, so you actually know where they come from, and then you can validate their advice better. That would be so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have anything to say, Mr. Moustache?
So it's actually the era of misinformation, where we need for ourselves to be able to filter out
Yeah.
what is actually the good information for us.
Yeah, and I think it's also having the rest, like the don't jump to conclusions too quickly, because when we hear something that also confirms what we want to believe, then we tend to go with it right away instead of saying, oh, wait a minute, is this what I want it to be, or is this actually a fact? And then double check it before you like go all over the place and follow whatever information suits your own agenda, because that's the easiest way. You also want to always look at the other side and then balance out the facts and see what's actually correct.
So Ricurano, did that answer your question, or would you like to have the long version of the answer?
Well, if there's no any other questions, then it's like
We can keep going.
yeah?
we are.
I can share an image about progress that I like.
Ooh, you're gonna draw?
Yeah.
Make sure it's in screen though.
Uh-oh.
It's an easy drawing. So let me draw above my head.
Yeah, you can draw above your head.
I like this image a lot, and I think maybe it's a bit tacky and everyone knows it, but it's what we think progress looks like. That's this line, this linear line. And then it goes how progress actually looks. Something like this.
Yes.
So, in regard to his question, not every day will you go up in progress, but if you focus on the process, under the guidance of a good coach or whatever help, in the end result is there, it's the same.
Well,
The way to that is just different than in your mind.
can you give me the marker?
Yeah?
I want to change it.
Marker?
So,
Hey.
yes and no,
Sorry.
because you want to go here, right? And
Yes.
in order to start this process, you need to have this aim.
Yes.
The important thing is, you're probably wrong in what you want to achieve. So maybe you actually want to go here. But you won't know this until you start aiming for this. So your aim might shift,
Yeah.
or it might actually end up there. So at some point, or maybe you want to go there. But if you don't start, because you're not sure where you want to go, then you will never get anywhere ever. So you want to start, which is important, because by starting you figure out what you don't want and you actually get to where you do want to go.
Yeah, or if your goals are realistic or not.
Yeah, so
And would you agree that some people see all those different goals and I don't know if this is the right goal for me, so I won't start because I don't know if this is the right goal.
yeah, but that's the point.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's the most important thing. A lot of people, because they can't figure out if it's the right thing, and that's also this, because what they know it's safe, and this is unsafe and unfamiliar, so they're actually not sure if they'll get the outcome they want. But if you never start and never go from here to here, you'll never actually figure out what your potential is. And then you get the same results because you keep doing the same thing. And maybe there's a lot more you can achieve once you start moving. So
that's basically out of your comfort zone, yes. Regarding a question to, how do you say this?
what?
Heuten achtering? Sorry.
Dat is dingen. toch?
Rens.
Rens.
Oh, Rens. It's way easier, man.
Just call yourself a Rens.
Yeah.
Heuten Achtering.
Hard up.
Yes.
So,
It's not even a Limburg name, man.
yes, everything is person specific, but that doesn't mean you should just try everything just to do trial and error. There has to be a thought behind it and a proven method. Okay, you can not just try everything and see if it works, because then you're just wasting time, basically. Okay, yes, a certain way might hit one person better than the other, or give somebody better, faster result than somebody else. So yes, a little bit trial and error, but again, it has to have to be well thought. Okay. So also going there, out of the comfort zone, trying stuff, but make a plan first. Oh here, heute Nacht trink, ja.
Heute Nacht drink.
Ja, auf die Flasche. Oh.
Komt het van? Oh.
Okay,
Oké, goeie naam.
Okay.
Can I add something?
Is goed, Rens.
So depending on the person, and that's why it's personal, some people can go way out of their comfort zone and be fine with it. Some people are not that adaptive to change, so they do this. A little bit out, back in. A little bit out, back in. And depending on your resilience, you'll be able to go further out without getting frozen and then being lost and stuck. And well, some people do small steps, building positive experiences so they get more confident with the change, and then eventually they'll end up as far out as the other person, but on their own pace. So that's personal. And if you're really easy with change, you'll be able to go further into the unknown. And if you're a little bit more conservative, then you need smaller steps. And that's really individual, and that's also what we do in here, and that's why we always coach on the individual inside the group.
Because very important, not everybody wants to know their full potential in training here. It's like a small group who wants to have bigger results and go really on a higher level. But for a lot of people, I think even the majority, CrossFit is just their way of fitness and it's their exercise, right? And that's also good. So it's, again, indeed person specific, where you want to be, where you want to go in the end, and what you would want to do for it, basically.
Yep. Yeah, but this doesn't just apply to CrossFit, of course.
No.
I mean, it's with everything, and CrossFit is just one of the things you want to do, and maybe it's overall health. I think I'm more on the performance side, and you guys are more on the overall health side for CrossFit. I like to torture myself a little more, and sometimes I get them to join me. But you guys are more on the health side. I'm more on the see how far I can push myself without breaking myself side.
And what do you guys think that, like, how is the
Goeie vraag.
like the transferability, of pushing yourself or discovering your limits, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone in the gym? Pretty superficial, just being with your body, but how does that transfer? Then coming into a situation like a lockdown now, how well can you handle that change then? You think that has...
I think it's not superficial at all. I think it's extremely correlated, one-on-one.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the more, also when I come in here and I want to do a certain workout and you guys are warming up and you say like, oh, we're gonna do this. I'm like, okay, let's do that. And then I just change. I'm like, whatever, I'll just change the plan and join you guys. And some people are like, we're gonna do this workout, and we say, no, we change it, we do the assault bike. No, I don't, and then it's like, hit the brakes and
freeze.
Yes. So yeah, and you see that the same in life. People tend to like want to hold on to whatever they have because it's super familiar and then it's safe, while it might not always be the best thing for them.
Yeah.
But because it's familiar, it's like, yeah, but this is my thing, and it's like, yeah, but I want my bread in the morning. Oh, come on, stop with the bread. No, but I've done it for 30 years. I haven't lost weight, but I've done it for 30 years, so I want to keep doing it. And then we're like, okay, then you don't get change. Yeah, but it's safe. Yeah, but it's not the best thing necessarily. I'm not saying it's the worst thing, but it doesn't have to be the best thing.
True.
So yeah, one-on-one, I think that's, definitely. So what you the more flexible you are in here and coping with change.
Yeah.
We see it if we have a busy class inside and people have to go from A to B. Let's say walk from the station towards the pull-up rack. They walk and somebody's on their spot on the pull-up rack and they're like, and they almost get like a seizure because they don't know what to do. And it's like, there's the station over there. And they're like, oh, wait a minute. And they lose a minute on a workout looking for a spot. Well, it's like,
Yeah.
because they're so stuck in their pattern that it's really hard to change.
So that's the nice thing, right? The quicker you can adapt in this gym,
Yeah?
in your workouts, the quicker you'll be able to adapt in your outside life.
Yeah, but that's also why we promote these things in our workouts. And that's also, I don't know if people notice or realize that that's what we're actually doing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the resilience part, what Erwin always talks about when we talk about training, because it transfers to life. So, no questions? Mark? Distracted?
Right, that's the only thing what is constant in life is change.
It's change, yeah, that's the whole point. Well, and you're the only constant factor in your own life, and everything changes around you, and you're the person that moves between the changes. So, and the better you are able to do that, the easier you will be able to handle life, basically. Because thinking that things won't change will just make it harder for you.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's why Mark is so happy all the time.
And
No, but it's a thing. That's really a thing.
Any questions?
My inside happiness is beyond your imagination.
And also beyond my imagination, and that's really far, by the way.
Yeah, so we have a couple more minutes. Shoot your questions if you have some. Otherwise, we'll be having some new coffee soon.
I have a question about change, actually. Because
I think it's for Mark.
No, for you.
Oh.
No, because Mark never changes.
Well, we did change
Yeah,
our
well,
coffee habit
no.
into a month of no coffee.
Oh, that was horrible. No, but the thing is, Mark is really constant, and that's really good to work with, because when we work here, it's like, Mark's always there, and he always does like everything that needs to be done, so it's reliable, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little bit more interchangeable. No, but you moved to Mozambique.
Yeah.
How was that? That was like a big change.
That was this change.
Yes, but how was that for you? When did you move, and how long did you?
We moved in 2012,
How old were you?
so about 20. I was about 20.
No, how old were you?
I think I was 30.
All right. How was that for you?
That was a big change. And I remember the decision that I made.
Didn't it freak you out?
Yeah. And then I had my biggest reason for not moving to the other side of the planet. And
Was fear.
was fear. But my excuse was, yeah, but all my family's here, and I'm a big family man, so I will miss my family. And then I asked myself, I said to myself, yeah, but I bet that's true, because yes, you do like family, but isn't that just an excuse to not flip your world upside down? So let's find out.
All right. That's a really good one.
And because we were thinking, all right, so the kid is now 1 year old. We have the opportunity to have a good job there. There will be a house probably.
Probably.
It took a few months, but so that's one advice. If you move to another country, make sure there's a house for you there where you can live in, because that will be big in making you.
Yeah, because it's a safe place.
That's a safe
It's
place.
one certainty that will.
So
yeah.
because all the rest is already going to be different.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a house also. That made the first few months also quite tough and challenging.
But you lived somewhere with someone else.
Yes, we went with the three of us.
Yes.
So that was nice that we were the three of
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
And that was the only thing what was the same in this country. But the rest, it's like you go from here from the top three richest countries to like the bottom 3 poorest countries in the world.
Mhm.
So that's like a polar shift happening
Yeah.
where everything's different. But true, so you move out of there, and then it's just like being in the middle of the ocean. It takes a bit longer for either for you to come back into this circle or for this circle to expand all the way to here. But then after a certain point it does, and then after a year you think, "Ah, quite.
Yeah, but it's not like you're gonna do those kind of changes a lot of times in your life, because then you'll just
No.
end. It's really stressful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do think that it helps then with some of the less stressful changes.
Yeah, because
that occur.
it puts it into perspective. You're like, oh, I could do this, and that's all. But it's also what we do here. If people know they can handle certain things in here, when they go outside, it's like, oh, but I can do that, so I can
Yeah.
handle this.
Yeah.
So that's
That's all
kinda-
the same thing.
Yeah.
So you have, yes, prepare for whatever life throws at you. And there's a big part which we do here to make you guys and girls your life a little easier in the angry outside world. So yeah, Nadia, true. Rens, I have to look back your nutrition question. Might be easier to email it also, because it's a pretty specific question, but maybe Fabian can do a quick answer. And then if you need more info, you can mail us. Chanel, the 1 month no coffee, it was like a one-time experiment.
Never again. It's too
Um,
far out of our comfort zone.
For Mark, that was here.
It didn't really. It didn't really bring us anything, basically, but we thought it was a good idea for once.
Well, after like 3 days, we were like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we started drinking tea,
It was a little boring.
herbal tea.
And once we got back into coffee, it didn't give us like a real rush or energy feeling, or
I got emotional for my first
yeah,
cup.
that's true. But
I was like,
basically, for me, I just missed the taste. I don't drink coffee because of it will give me a lot of energy or whatever. It was just it was a boring month. It was the last month in our
Last
lives.
our year started in February.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you close it again?
oh. And now I can wave again.
Yes, very good.
I lost. Rens, sorry, I lost your question. It was no, I know it little specific. Fuck.
The answer is broccoli.
I have it. Protein intake on a day. If you take too much,
You get fat.
yeah, basically.
You get more fat, Rens, than your. Oh, sorry.
But you talked about 20 grams, and that's quite
Whoa.
personal related.
It's really low.
20 grams is really low, but I can't recall anymore if that's like a
Per meal,
per meal session or
For
a
meals, okay.
daily intake. So
We eat 12 meals a day.
mail us your specific question, or oh yeah, protein intake during intermittent fasting.
During?
During.
You mean after?
Then it's not fasting.
You mean after intermittent fasting, I hope.
In the time that you can eat, I think.
Okay.
I hope so. Well, it depends on what you do,
Yeah,
what diet you follow. If you want to combine with keto,
that you can only absorb 20 grams per hour.
Oh.
so yeah, what's your question? How much you want to eat? It's you get, if you have a balanced meal, you get about 20-25 grams of protein a meal. That's about it. So I I don't know how much you want to put away in one sitting, but that's about it. Yeah, and I know I think I know what you mean, because you have a smaller time window to eat. Maybe that's it. But if you do intermittent fasting the right way, I would say combine it with keto, then you're on about 25% protein, 25 grams, 70% fat, and 5% carbs. So then you still get the amount of protein you can actually take in. The rest is fat, which is energy, which lasts longer. So
Yep.
it's also different on the intake. So that's fine. And you're low on the carbs, so it's fine.
So,
20 grams is okay, 25.
So do you eat 8 meals times 20 gram of protein?
No?
No, it was a joke.
Yeah.
Was a joke, Rens?
It's 10.
It's called jokes. It's 10.
No, it depends. If you, they say if a normal person should have like 1 gram of protein for every kilogram of lean body mass.
Yeah.
So for a meal, it's about 60 to 80 grams a day. If you're gonna go more into performance, it's 1.5 or 2 times that amount.
Yeah.
So you end on 120, 160 grams, maybe. But then with intermittent fasting, yeah, that's hard. So that's big meals.
Yeah, I think that's related to that Rens thinks his body can only handle 20 grams of protein, and if you need
Per hour.
Yeah, per
Per
hour.
hour, and if you
but
need-
the process takes longer anyway.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-3 hour window in which your food gets processed at least. So
Yeah.
so you have more time.
yeah.
So yeah, it will just sit there until your body is done processing. So if it's 2 hours, it's 2 hours. So then
But it's not that in 61 minutes the extra protein is immediately being
Yeah.
transferred into
transferred to
fat.
fat. That's not how the body works.
It's actually 59 minutes. Jokes, Rens, jokes.
Yep.
But I think Rens is really into the performance side also. Nutrition and training.
You think?
Okay, so I,
So then you go into
Again, Mark?
hello.
Jesus.
keep leaving the room.
He keeps leaving the app.
I'm also gonna leave.
We're also gonna leave.
Rens,
Yes.
but we'll have a
Anna,
face-to-face
Anna,
discussion.
Anna
about
Sophie, no questions today. What's up?
Maybe it's clear. Maybe
Ah,
we're
ah,
super clear now
Super
because
clear
we're
story,
a
yeah.
team of 3.
it.
A
Yeah.
full story.
There's no questions. They don't. They're
Alright.
afraid to ask questions. All right.
Let's say stop,
Okay.
have coffee, sit in the sun.
Yes. Wait for you coming the next hour again.
Free vitamin D outside. Don't spend your entire day inside working. That's also a pretty interesting topic. Working from home nowadays. Expectations from your employer. Being available almost 24/7 because you're at home anyway. Something to think about, and maybe we will discuss that maybe already next week.
Oh, that's an interest.
I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, of course. Oh, because of your home situation.
Yeah. Also.
I also have a lot. Yeah, that's a good one for next week.
Yeah.
Let's write that down. Write it down.
All right.
Mike, write it down. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Done.